And after this hackathon, the most important aspect, I think Umesh and I both have received messages saying that, we have got a light of the day to start from where we have been talking about things. We have been listening, talking, hearing, reading every aspect with regards to technology, but we were not getting to know where we need to start. And our panelists who have been using technology on a regular basis in their day-to-day practice have come forward willingly on a pro bono basis to share how small things can add value to your entire practice or might be industry where you are working in on a continuous basis.
Thank you, Daya sir, for your opening remarks, and it's encouraging words that leads us in AI in ICI committee to work further under your chairmanship. And we are also having our leaders, Ranjit Agrawal sir, President and Vice President Charanjot Singh ji Nanda, who are guiding us to lead forward in this AI in ICI committee. Friends, now let's focus on today's topic, that is the hackathon part 2 of use cases in MS Excel. And now let's move toward the last panelist, Arpit. Over to you, Arpit.
Thank you, sir. Good evening, everyone. I am Arpit Taneja. As we all know, the financial year has ended and the audit season is on the peak. Today, I would like to highlight the glimpse of the use case of Copilot, which is helpful in conducting the audit procedures smoothly. My screen is visible to you?
Yes.
So, everyone, you are well versed in performing these audit procedures. Today, I will be highlighting how we can do our work in a quicker way using the AI. So we will be discussing the use of AI in audit procedures of HR, purchase, sales. Let's quickly move to the demonstration. So for the ease of understanding, I have kept my data line items limited. We can perform the same procedures on thousands of line items. In the case of HR, if we want to identify the ghost employees working in the organization, for that, I will ask my AI friend Copilot to identify all those employees who having the same PAN numbers. So the prompt I will give, highlight same values in column and so the employees having the same PAN will be highlighted by it. And the same procedures we can perform on the bank account number, also on the employee name and the father's name having the same values. So it highlighted those two cases which having the same PAN, which helped us in highlighting the ghost employees. Now I will ask Copilot use lookup and look for duplicate value in column pen, otherwise mention unique. So in that scenario, what Copilot will do, it will suggest a formula to us how we can mention the unique in front of those pen which does not have the duplicate value, and mention the unique duplicate in case of duplicate values. So it's all about how I'm communicating with the Copilot. Maybe this just because of that. So I will say, so as I changed my words and now Copilot understood what I'm asking for, it inserted the pen status here. It may have mentioned the unique for those which didn't have the duplicate value, mentioned the duplicate in front of those who having the same pen number. Now I'm coming to the procedures we are performing for the purchase functions. So for purchase, there are two test case we will be performing today. And one is the checking of difference in purchase price of the same value. Highlight in column item name having same value but different rate in column rate per unit. So as will get to know that if there is the same item and the client is procuring at a different rate, so it will help us to identify whether are we procuring with the same amount or with the different rates.
For last 2 minutes.
Okay, Meanwhile, it's highlighting it coming to the next procedures, which as the section 43B is notified, we need to check that the payment made to MSME vendors has been made within the 15 or 45 days. In my example, I have taken 45 days as due date. So what I'll ask my AI friend, identify the cases if in column MSME value is yes and payment date in column payment date is later than the date mentioned in due date. The due date is what I have done, the 45 days I have taken from the invoice date, and the payment date, what I have done, I have made the few payments date in there. So if the payment date is after the due date, it will highlight those areas where the payment is made after the due date, and those payments will be added back. So as you can see, mention the late payment, and late payment, if it is before the due date, mentioned no, and if it after the due date, it mentioned as yes. The last procedure in the sales procedure we need to perform is the completeness test. Here I have mentioned the invoice number from 1 to 21. So for the completeness, we need to identify whether is any invoices missing from the data.
Time up.
That's all from my
Yeah,
side.
thank you, Arpit.